Imagine coming home after a long day of work, only to find a legal notice taped to your front door. It's not a bill, it's not a warning. It's an eviction notice, but you haven't missed a payment. You've been a good citizen. The problem isn't you, it's the bank. They've triggered a liquidation clause hidden in the fine print of your mortgage. This is the great repossession, the moment where the illusion of homeownership vanishes and the dream of the middle class is officially liquidated. The global housing market is no longer a ladder to wealth. It has become a trap designed to transfer the last remaining assets of the people to the balance sheets of the elite. For decades, we were told that buying a home was the safest investment. Property always goes up, they said. But they didn't tell you that your home was actually the collateral for a massive, global debt bubble. As interest rates skyrocket to fight the inflation the central banks themselves created, the math has stopped working. The reset isn't just about digital currency, it's about physical land. In this new economy, the goal is simple. You will own nothing, and you will pay rent to the institutions that crashed the system. The crisis began silently. It started with zombie mortgages loans that were only sustainable when interest rates were near zero. When the rates climbed, the value of the houses began to drop, but the debt remained the same. Millions of homeowners are now underwater, owing more to the bank than the house is worth. When a bank fails, like we've seen recently, they don't just lose money. They call in their chips, they liquidate their assets. And in the eyes of a failing megabank, your home is just an asset to be seized and sold to a private equity firm for pennies on the dollar. This is where the predatory giants like BlackRock and Vanguard enter the frame. They aren't waiting for the market to recover, they are waiting for the liquidation. They have billions in dry powder ready to sweep up entire neighborhoods. When the banks seize your home, they don't sell it back to another family, they sell it to a corporation. Your neighborhood is being converted from a community of owners into a plantation of renters. This is the end of private property as we know it. But why now? Because the old system is being cleared away to make room for the new one. The elite realize that people who own their homes are harder to control. If you have no equity, no land, and no savings, you are entirely dependent on the state and its digital currency. The Great Repossession is the final step in the Uberization of life. You don't own your car, you use a rideshare. You don't own your music, you stream it. And now, you won't own your shelter, you will subscribe to it. The banks are already preparing the legal framework. They are tightening credit, making it impossible for the average person to refinance. They are waiting for the trigger event, a synchronized market crash that will allow them to declare force majeure and reset the terms of your debt. If you think your fixed-rate mortgage protects you, read the fine print. In a systemic crisis, the rules of the game are rewritten overnight by those who hold the pen. How do you survive this? First, you must stop viewing your home as a bank account. If you have equity, you need to find ways to protect it or diversify it into assets the bank can't easily seize, like physical silver or gold. Second, you must aim for debt-free living at all costs. The more debt you carry, the more handles you give the system to pull you under. Third, look toward local, community-based land ownership and off-grid possibilities. The further you are from the central banking grid, the safer your roof is. The lights are flickering in the global housing market. The auctions are being prepared. The sold signs are being replaced by for rent signs owned by corporations you've never heard of. The Great Repossession is not a theory. It is a mathematical certainty in a system built on infinite debt and finite land. They want your home, they want your autonomy, and they want your future. Don't wait for the notice on your door. Understand the game, exit the debt trap, and protect what is yours while you still can.